Hello America, and welcome to Xandermonium, the talk show that gets you talking. I'm Xander Gibb, and on today's show we'll be getting more of the Beatty Boys, backed by popular demand. We'll be looking at part 2 of my video diary of my journey back to health and fitness, and talking consumer news in insight. More to come in a mere moment. Now, as always, you can interact with me via Twitter. You can tweet me at Xander Gibb, XanderGibb, capital X, capital G, and don't forget that @ symbol. Make sure to follow to keep up to date with what's going on with my show. And now it's time for Xander's Soapbox. Now, the decision was handed down recently in the case of Officer Darren Wilson, who shot and killed an unarmed individual, Michael Brown. Once again, the country was divided on this issue, and some could only see that a police officer shot and killed an unarmed black youth, and every other detail went out of the window aside of these issues. Now, I always feel bad when someone is killed, regardless of their ethnicity. And in this situation, we also need to consider the feelings of the officer involved. Now, we've given the impression that Officer Darren Wilson was a gung-ho racist who just killed Michael Brown without thought. But I don't think anything could be further from the truth. Now, I'm convinced that this is something Officer Wilson will never forget as long as he lives. Now, the first thing that comes to my mind is that if an armed police officer gave me instructions and I had nothing to hide, I would surely just do as I was told and remain calm and polite. Now, eyewitness testimony clarified there was an altercation and that Michael Brown slammed the car door on Officer Wilson and punched him in the face, which is clearly not the beginning of any civil discourse. Now, it's also clear that Mr. Brown had been involved in a crime immediately prior, as he still had the merchandise on him at the time. Now, it's also clear that Mr. Brown attempted to take Officer Wilson's gun from him, as he had gunshot residue on his hands. Now, I think that most people be aware that if you try to wrestle a gun from a police officer, that one of the side effects of that is that you might get shot, which actually happened. Now, I do not envy the job of the police, having to make split-second decisions as part of their job. Now, the problem of making split-second decisions is that one is not always going to make the right decision. Now, Mr. Brown eluded capture and ran away, pursued by Officer Wilson. Now, the police are allowed to use deadly force if they feel their safety is threatened, and clearly he did. Now, the danger of any of these situations is to generalize, and I believe that most police officers are not racist and don't go to work with a mind to kill. Now, if we're ever to evolve as a society, we have to stop with the generalizations. Now, whilst I would be prepared to admit there are bad cops out there, we cannot label every officer as such, and they are the first ones that we call in an emergency. Now, I pray for peace in Ferguson, and I also pray for the families of Michael Brown and Darren Wilson, and for healing for the community. Now, before we can ever come together, we need to look at what we have in common rather than our differences, as that is a barrier to unity. Now, Officer Wilson recently resigned, and I wonder how many more cops have to resign, or how many potentially good cops won't even sign up due to the concerns regarding color coming before upholding the law. That was Xander's Soapbox for this week. If you'd like to come and get on your soapbox, email me at xander@xandergibb.com. That's xander@xandergibb.com. And now it's time for health and fitness. So my journey back to health and fitness has been going really well, and I've lost about 20 pounds and counting. And then Thanksgiving was upon us, and as you know, how hard it is to be really healthy on the holidays. Now, I recorded my reactions and my experiences to share with you once again, so let's check it out. Hi guys, so this is the second in a series of my video diaries. Now my health and fitness plan is going really well. I've been doing it for about two and a half months now. Lost about 23 pounds to date. My basic intake every day, when I wake up, I take some lemon juice, fresh lemon juice and hot water, and also take a teaspoon, a pinch even, of Celtic sea salt and cold water. I drink those. Then I make up a smoothie with fruit and vegetables. Now that differs every day. I like a variation. I usually buy frozen organic fruits because that prevents you having to use ice. But as well as that, it makes the smoothie colder. And I throw lots of different things in there every day. Some day it's asparagus, sometimes it's avocado, other days it's spinach or kale or just whatever I have. Now, I know some of you out there will be going, ugh, spinach, ugh, kale, but really you can't taste it once it's gone through the process of blending. Now, I also pour in like a cup full of almond milk, which makes the smoothie less thick. I also throw in things like chia seeds, etc., nuts, walnuts, almonds, whatever is around, anything but bacon, unfortunately. Now, the funny thing is that since the detox, I haven't gone back to coffee, and I haven't gone back to lots of things that I stopped eating. I did the other day have a cup of coffee from Starbucks while we were out, but I couldn't sleep for 2 days, so I don't think I'll be going back to coffee even occasionally. Now, it's going really well. The exercise has been the hardest thing. Now it's cold, because you really got to make yourself do it. And as you can see, I have long hair. And when you go to swim, it's kind of hard to get your hair really dry. Now in the guys changing locker rooms, they don't have hair dryers and things like that. Oh no, siree. And I'm very susceptible to the cold, and I only have to have my hair a little bit wet to come down with a chill. But it's imperative that you don't let these things stop you from going and exercising. Take an extra towel, put a towel on your head. Don't care what you look like, don't care how it appears. Get yourself fully dry, have a big coat, put your hood up when leaving the pool, and get in your car and put the heat on. And that's really what I recommend. Now, it's Thanksgiving this week, so I'm a little bit worried about that. Can't be on a diet at Thanksgiving, but what I've decided I think I might do is just have a day off. And that's not a bad thing because I've been really good for such a long time. You know, I've lost weight, I'm feeling better, I'm looking better, etc., etc. So I'll catch him with you in the next couple of days. Bye. So it's freezing cold, and I'm gonna go swim. I really don't want to go because I'm freezing cold before I even get in there. Let's just hope the water's warm and there's not too many meanies in there today poking fun at the fat guy. But you know, it's important not to let these things get in your way. It doesn't take much to give me an excuse not to go swim. But you know, I gotta do it. I gotta get fit and healthy. And I wish I could wave a magic wand and, you know, weigh 150 pounds, but that ain't the way it works, unfortunately. So I'm gonna go swim now, and I will see you after I swim, if I survive this cold. So I'm back from swimming. I'm trying to warm up with a cup of tea or two. I'm really tired. it's still quite tiring to get exercise, but I will feel the benefits tomorrow. Now, it wasn't a lot of people in there. I think they stayed away because of the weather and the cold. Just the die-hard swimmers were there. So it was fine. Did lots of laps. Actually lost count of how many laps I did. But the more I go, the more laps I can do. Now, I really should go like 2 or 3 times a week, but I have a very busy life. So I think it's important to actually integrate exercise into your routine. And if you can't fit it in, you have to make it fit in. Now, I only swim for like 40 minutes, but there's the getting there and getting back and getting sorted out. Good tip for you. When I got out of the pool, I sat in the sauna room for quite some time, which is really good. It kind of like clears out your breathing, etc., etc. But also it starts to get to work on drying your hair. So I made sure my hair was really dry before I left because I didn't want to get the flu. So I'm going to go and finish my cup of tea now, and I will talk to you a little bit more soon. Bye. So it's Thanksgiving today. I'm going to go and eat with the family very soon. Now, I had several options today. I could have taken some of my own stuff up with me to eat, or I could have done what I've decided to go with. I'm actually going to have a day off. I'm going to eat some nice food. I'm even going to have dessert because it's one day. And I think that it's not bad to have one day off. But there is kind of like a caveat to that, if you like, that you got to not go too mad, and you've also got to make sure you get right back on tomorrow. So I'm going to go and eat now. And then when I come back, I'm going to tell you how it went, what the issues were, if there were any, with regards to temptation, because there is always a big temptation when food is around, because it's my drug of choice. But I'm hoping that today I will be able to be at least, halfway in control, even if I do go a little bit wild, as it were, because it is Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving dinner has come and gone. I'm home now. I did eat rather more than anticipated, and I did have dessert. I actually had 2 kinds of dessert, and I don't feel bad at all. Although I feel really full. I feel really gassy. I had a few beers. But what I think is most important is that if you let yourself go once in a while, that's not such a bad thing. But the imperative is to get right back on the next day and do it. I've been sent home with turkey. The turkey was gorgeous. I don't know if you've ever tried turkey that's deep fried before, but that's what we had. We had deep fried turkey. And, there's enough left over for sandwiches after. And it was perfection. The food was great. The company was great. The beers were great. But now, for me, it's kind of back to being good and eating healthily. And I just hope I don't suffer too much tomorrow from kind of binging a little. So in conclusion, I think it's not a bad thing once in a while to have a day off and to eat some of the foods that you like. Don't go too overboard. I do feel a little guilty, but I think that if I get back on with it tomorrow and get an exercise again this week, it will be fine. So thanks for sharing again in another one of my video diaries. If you're on a health kick out there, feel free to make a little video on your phone and tell us about it. Tell us what you're doing. Tell us what you're trying to achieve. Tell us how much weight you've lost. And what we can do is we can all encourage one another. As I said, I've lost about 23 pounds, and I have a long way to go, but this is the most weight I've kind of ever lost before giving up. But I won't be giving up this time because this is working. I'm eating superfoods, I'm eating healthily, I'm eating a lot of vegetables and less protein in my meals. I'm replacing my breakfast with a shake. I'm drinking a lot of water. So I want to encourage you out there. I want you to be able to do the same, because if Xander Gibb can do it, so can you. Now, that was my second video diary to document my journey back to health and fitness. As per usual, we suggest that you consult your physician before undertaking any weight loss programs. And now it's time for child's play. Backed by popular demand, we caught up with the Beatty Boys, Sean and Justin, to check on their uniquely interesting perspective on life, the universe, and everything in between. Check it out. So guys, you love animals. What are your favorite animals?
Cats and dogs. And my favorite water animals are sea snakes. My favorite water animals is a whale. Poisonous and what's the other one called? Venomous. Have a difference.
Right.
The difference is one is to attack, one is to defend. I'm not sure. I think venom is to attack.
Right.
And poison is to defend. Oh, and you want to hear one of the greatest facts I'll say. Want to know the greatest one?
Go on.
It's that the biggest animal is a blue whale. You want to know how big its tongue is?
How big?
The size of an adult elephant. Yes.
Wow.
That's big.
That's a very big tongue, even bigger than my tongue.
And actually orcas even eat it.
What kind of animal is a whale?
A whale is a sea animal. So some people tell me, I asked people, do whales have belly buttons? And they said, yes, it's their blowhole. But I say that the blowhole should be a belly button, but it's not on their belly.
Right.
I wonder if they ever blow their top.
I wonder too. But their blowhole is on the top of their heads, right? Because that's where they spurt all the water out of.
Yes, because they are mammals.
They are mammals, yes indeed. So what other animals do you like?
We like cats. The biggest one is a tiger. It can jump 33 feet.
Wow. So what other animals do you like? Do you like spiders?
We know, no.
No, I don't like spiders either.
We know another thing about a mako shark. We know how high it can jump.
How high can it jump?
22 feet.
22 feet.
My brother was thinking.
Wow.
My 23. I was so close. Why do they call it a mako? A mako?
I've got no idea. Maybe you could look that up on the internet sometime.
Taco Bako. Maybe it likes tacos. But they mistake the name as a killer whale. They used to think they were killers. But now, believe it or not, dolphins or whales actually sometimes save sharks, because the dolphin was actually... So there was this one day there was a puppy on a ship, and it fell off the ship.
Right.
And a shark came to eat it, but the dolphin let it away, and... No, the shark thought it was a fish. Yeah, the shark thought it was a fish, and the dolphin bumped it and let it away. So the dolphin put the doggy on his back, and it brought it back to the boat.
That's great, because some animals do like humans. Like, for instance, sometimes when swimmers have been drowning, dolphins have actually come to save them. Which I think is amazing, don't you?
Yes, orcas also do it.
Really?
Yes. They won't save the person from a shark. No, they do. You mean people.
So tell me about your hobbies. What do you like to do when you're not studying? What do you like to do?
My brother doesn't like this as much as I do, but I love to go shopping with my grandmother.
I love to draw
Right.
or write books or watch TV.
Same
or
with
play
me.
on tablets.
So I like shopping too. What do you like shopping for? What do you like to buy?
I like shopping at that. If anybody out there, I like shopping at that, like a normal store. I like shopping for fruit and drinks
And dessert.
Right. Do you know what I like? I like to take some money and go to the dollar store, because when you go to the dollar store,
Oh, yeah, that's my
you can
favorite.
get so many things.
for just
Yeah.
$1.
Exactly. So
And-
so if you spend a lot, you feel like you've bought lots of things, even though you've only spent a little bit of money.
And my favorite thing about shopping is when my grandma gets cold cuts, because whenever she gets cold cuts, sometimes she gives some cold cuts.
Right.
Cold
You like
cuts.
cold cuts?
Yeah, she says.
Justin, go on. What were you gonna
Is
say?
it cow cuts or cold cuts?
Cold
Or
cuts.
is it cold cow cuts?
Well, I guess it depends what kind of cold cut it is, because it could be a cow cut if it
Or
is.
it could be a cold cow cut. A
Yes,
cold cow that was
it
killed.
could be.
Like
Absolutely.
my grandma asks for a slice of cheese, then gives me the slice, and I eat it.
So you guys talk about cheese a lot today. You like cheese?
Yeah.
What's your favorite kind of cheese?
I like the cheese that has the holes that mice like to eat.
Oh,
Swiss
like
cheese.
Swiss cheese,
Yeah.
or right?
Or white.
I like
yellow
cheese that goes on sandwiches.
Yeah, I love.
You like
I
American cheese?
Yeah.
Right. Very patriotic of you.
I don't know.
Because we live in America,
True.
and America is the best country in the world, right?
It is. They have won lots of wars and protected.
Absolutely. So what else would you like to tell us, guys, before we wrap up?
Maybe we already talked about space, right? So maybe we could talk about
Eating.
the water.
We
The
love
wa-
eating, dude. Come on.
I know, but before that,
We're homeless.
I know, but the water. I forgot which ocean it is, but it's maybe the Atlantic. That's my best guess. It is about 7 miles deep.
Oh,
So wait. So what oceans surround the United States?
All of the Pacific,
And there are two.
Atlantic,
That's right.
and
And
the
also-
Atlantic.
But maybe there's more. 'Cause-
And also, you want to know something about eating? Once I had a yogurt that was about either 3 pounds, 5 pounds, or 1 pound. Either
Wow.
either one of those three. It was amazing. I had like 3 flavors, like 15 toppings. It was amazing.
So you guys like yogurt too, I see.
Oh,
We love frozen yogurt.
Our favorite place to get yogurt is
Peach Wave.
You know you can make your own yogurt,
Yeah.
and you buy a yogurt machine, and you can add your own fruits and things like that.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
So what else can we talk about? Let's think about one more topic. Justin, you can choose the last one. What would you like to choose? Transcendental meditation, maybe?
Ooh, meditation.
So where have you seen that? Have you seen that in a
Singing.
movie? Because you guys like to sing, don't you?
Yeah.
What-
We made lots of songs
What-
like The Golden Heart, Never Get Enough, I Need You, and Campfire.
So
Don't give away our ideas.
do you like... So you guys like to sing? Because I've seen you sing, and you sing a lot at school too, don't you?
No?
Yes, we take music classes. Let it snow, let it snow.
What
Dude, that's
what
what my goal
musical
is.
is that from? What's that from then?
Christmas.
It's from Christmas, and we use the flute.
Oh, I thought it was from Frozen, but I guess it's not from
Let
Frozen.
No, it's like
Oh, that's Let It
No,
Go,
yeah.
not Let It
Let
Snow.
it go.
Mm.
Can't hold it back anymore.
all right.
Okay, guys, well, listen, it's been a pleasure to speak to you.
Stay cool in the boogie down.
All right.
Can I say?
Now, that was Child's Play. Thanks so much to Sean and Justin, a.k.a. the Beatty Boys, for sharing with us once again. And now it's time for Insight. So as a long-term fan of online shopping, I was disappointed to say the least this week with the online shopping group Amazon and their lack of after-sales support when their online partners send people the wrong item and expect you, the customer, to foot the bill for sending the item back. Now, as the weather has gotten rather cold of late, I decided to throw caution to the wind and snow and chose a pair of winter boots from Amazon. Now, I ordered them in my size, which is size 11, and paid for them using my Visa card. Now, it's really imperative to read the comments on any particular seller, which I normally do, but I omitted to do on this occasion. Now, when the boots arrived, they were not what I had ordered, as I had ordered a size 11, but they were clearly a size 9 with a size 11 stamped upon them. I contacted the seller, and they said that I should return them at my expense. Now, even though they were perpetrating a fraud on me by sending one size boots labeled as another, I was still expected to pay through the nose to send them back. Now, I tried to execute the buyer guarantee with Amazon, and they basically argued the toss and said I got what I ordered, but clearly I didn't. I wanted a size 11, and they sent me a size 9. I got an item 2 sizes smaller than what I'd ordered, but Amazon felt that this did not violate their rules and regulations. Go figure. Now, after exhaustive back and forth, I spoke to my bank as I paid with a Visa card. It seems I had some redress. Now, my bank advised me that what had occurred was fraudulent and told me to return the boots and that they would claim back the monies I had paid and the monies to return the boots. Now, I'm very disappointed with Amazon, and I urge you to read the commentary about sellers on their pages. And if companies like Amazon cared more about their customers than they do commissions, the world would be a better place. Now, it's most disappointing that companies allow this kind of fraud to be exacted on their customers and do very little about it. Now, if you do buy, make sure you use a card that protects your purchase, and like me, tell people about your experiences so that they might avoid doing the same themselves. This was my experience of using Amazon. Don't let it be yours. Now, that's all we have time for on today's show. It was my pleasure to share with you, and I hope that you'll join us again next time. Don't forget to join my mailing list at XanderGibb.com and follow us on social media. Thanks to the Beatty Boys. Thanks to you for watching. Stay cool in the boogie down, and we'll see you next time on Xandermonium. I love you all. Bye-bye.